Welcome to The Compass for September 26, 2024. I'm Jalen.
And I'm Reagan. Thanks for joining us for the latest on what's going on at CFI.
Early this month, Lara County was shaken to its core when a man opened fire on vehicles traveling up and down Interstate 75.
The alleged suspect, Joseph Couch, fled into the woods, causing what would end up being an 11-day manhunt.
Let's look at how this played out.
On Saturday, September 7th, just off exit 49, Joseph Couch allegedly began firing at cars passing by around 5:30 in the afternoon.
The 49 exit going towards Lexington. I just got shot at.
5 people were injured in the shooting, some of which sustained very serious injuries. Luckily, by Sunday morning, all victims were in stable condition. Police say that just hours before this event, Couch legally purchased an AR-15 and roughly 1,000 rounds of ammunition. This led to an extensive manhunt in northern Laurel County, and school began being called off for several local districts for a few days. After searching over 28,000 acres of the Daniel Boone National Forest, the hunt for Couch proved unfruitful, finding nothing on his whereabouts. However, on the 11th day of the manhunt, Couch was seemingly found, not by police, but by a couple live streaming on YouTube.
We found him. Oh, my goodness gracious.
Fred and Sheila McCoy had been searching for Couch for 6 days. Why? Because of a date night idea.
We've been out here for 6 days. We went on a date night last Friday evening, and we said, let's go see if we can find this guy. I'm a retired police officer of 40 years, and we've got some investigative skills about us through the years.
The couple found the alleged body of Couch in the forest around 3:30 p.m. on Wednesday, September 18th.
The deployment of our resources into the community now provides a better public safety outcome, a better deterrent than simply continuing the manhunt at its current level.
The body was sent to Frankfort on Thursday, September 19th for an autopsy. Unfortunately, the soft tissue DNA test they conducted failed, as the results came back inconclusive. However, they determined that the cause of death was a self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head. The bone marrow test did eventually confirm that the body was Joseph Couch's, and the ordeal was finally brought to a close.
A new and exciting pathway has come to CFI this year in the form of industrial maintenance technician.
Let's join Mr. Carr as he tells us a bit about this new pathway.
So with the new pathway, we're branching off into something totally different this time. So up until now, we've been responsible for creating electrical technicians. That's been our focus. And in that, we've done everything from blueprint reading, motor controls, residential, and computer programming. Now, we're going into a maintenance mechanic pathway. So the maintenance mechanic pathway, we're still going to get the electrical principles, the basics, but we are now focusing on that mechanics side of the equation. So in this, they're going to get into things like gearing, drives, they're going to get into all those cams and all of those pieces that make the thing actually do the physical job instead of just the control wiring that's behind it all. We'll also touch on things like lubrication and just maintaining the equipment over the years to make sure that it can run to the best of its ability for as long as possible. With HVAC coming in, of course, a multifaceted technician is always best. And with the HVAC component, what we're looking for is to give students a foot into that doorway, into that pathway. And when they're in there, they're going to learn the basics of refrigeration, the components for refrigeration, the circuits that are responsible for keeping a refrigeration cycle working the way it should, and then how to maintain those pieces of equipment. So a lot of physics, a lot of chemistry, and a lot of tinkering to see how things work. Behind me right now, we have our students doing computer programming with PLCs. A PLC is a programmable logic controller, which is just a fancy way of saying an industrial computer. Now with these industrial computers, every bit of automation, every bit of manufacturing done recently is utilizing these to get rid of the old control relay cabinets full of components. So these computers these kids are learning how to program are meant to replace thousands of relays that are being used in industry and change it over to a program that's much more modular and much more adaptable. It's about speed, efficiency, and modernizing, essentially. I am very excited about the new pathway. I am very excited to help create a new generation of another type of technician, and I'm very excited to give kids an opportunity to try and find another type of job that we can help train them for.
Last Friday, Miss Lawson's senior engineering students participated in an airfoil project.
Let's take a look at what they did.
Airfoils are defined by Merriam-Webster as a body designed to provide a desired reaction force when in motion relative to surrounding air. Miss Lawson's class made their airfoil shapes and cut them out in class. Over at the biomedical lab, students in Miss Dagley's class looked in Erlenmeyer flasks in order to find fingerprints.
They tested for prints, then transferred them onto packaging tape. Students also learned how to transfer them onto small pieces of paper in order to take a closer look.
On August 28th, we officially launched our new school Facebook page. Here are Mr. Smith's and Dr. Peters' takes on the Facebook page.
How do you think the Facebook page is going to help CFI?
It's going to be a great tool to show the awesome work that our students and teachers are doing. A lot of times, being a career and technical education school, people don't really understand what we're doing. This is going to give them a chance with their own eyes to see what's going on and seeing the cool things we're doing here.
So for CFI, our social media accounts are designed to just really advertise what we do. We want to show off what our students do, the projects that we have, our tech pathways, and really just showcase everything that makes you guys so special. And put that out in the community so other people can celebrate you with us and draw in some more folks here.
After seeing the biomedical program with Miss Dagley and Miss Talent's science class, I'm excited to see Mrs. Y's spin on the science curriculum. Let's get to know her just a little bit better.
I teach biology, integrated science, which is freshman, zoology, and botany. So coming to CFI, right, it's Center for Innovation, so our goal for science is to make it more innovative than what we would necessarily see at the home schools with increased technology usage and just bringing in different types of techniques that involve more innovative thinking than they would actually see in the home schools. So, for example, we're starting cellular and moving up to the bigger organisms, so studying viruses and applying characteristics of life right now to decide whether or not viruses are living. So really we're aiming for science to teach skills like that they can carry into the real world, like argument communication, research and planning and things like that. So we're going to pull in some microscopes, and we have some technology for genetic modification and a lot of different biotech things that we're pulling in for that. So be open-minded and excited to learn something new, and yeah, just being open-minded, I guess, is the big one.
Let's take a look at our community calendar.
From September 26th through the 29th, the annual Chicken Festival is back. There will be family fun contests, free music entertainment, vendors from across the country, carnival rides, and so much more. On Friday and Saturday, the event will be starting at 10 a.m. and will last until 11 p.m. On Thursday, it will start at 5 p.m. and end at 11 p.m. And on Sunday, it will start at 1 p.m. and end at 5 p.m. Bring your friends and family and enjoy the event.
At Levi Jackson Wilderness Road Park, they are holding a campers yard sale on September 27th through the 28th. They will be selling campers from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Only campers with reservations are able to sell. A $10 permit fee is required to sell and reserve your spot.
National Honey Bun Day is around the corner, starting on October 19th from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. It will be in downtown London, and there will be markets, live music, food trucks, challenges, and records to set for the most people eating honey buns. Enjoy fall by bringing your family and your friends.
That's all for this episode of The Compass.
Our next episode will air in October.
And we hope to see you there.